But I've always been fascinated by politics. I'm from Chicago, a very political city. And when I was a kid, it was Mayor Daley, the dad. I mean, I had a dirty cop as an uncle who was a bagman. I had, it was, you went to the dinner table at the Griffin household and you were talking about this alderman scandal and people read the newspaper cover to cover. And it was what we talked about. We didn't just talk about ourselves and our nail polish and like you talked about like topics that pertain to others that are interesting that you can learn about, and I'm still wired that way. I'm a political junkie. I always have been. My act has really evolved. Like when I started, before I was on television at all, my act would always be like a guy I was dating and my family. Then when I started working in Hollywood, I would make my act primarily about celebrities. Well, once you get into that world, then there's crossover into musicians, and I would talk about that. But I've always talked about run-ins I've had. I mean, my last book was called Celebrity Run-ins. Some good, some not so good, and I just go for it. I pull the veil behind and show everybody the wizard, and sometimes they get it and sometimes they don't. And one thing that is actually nice is after doing it so long, I will say, regardless of the photo, there are actually quite a few celebrities now that finally are coming up to me and saying like, oh, you were just kidding that whole time. And I'm like, yes, that's taken you 40 years.
Please, those eyes right here. Beautiful.
Oh no, I never regret calling people out. I mean, I name names and tell tales. You know why? It doesn't matter anymore. In a way, I've sort of lost everything.
For Kathy! Kathy for Kathy! There you go.
I probably lost about 75% of my friends, and they didn't come back,